Get lit. Everybody get lit right now. Get lit. Get lit. Get lit. Everybody get lit right now.
Let me unmute my mic. I was definitely muted.
You were?
Because I have company. My little midget is down here with me.
All right.
But anyway.
We are live.
I see. And I thank you for the fair warning. Anyway. Hey, y'all. Listen, I've been doing some running around. I just want to thank y'all for tuning in. I couldn't just not have this show today. My child is graduating on Saturday from high school. So I kind of had...
Isn't that a blessing?
You know.
How you feel about that?
I don't even know if I can put it into words. Because I don't want to get emotional today. I'm saving all that emotional stuff for Saturday. However, she doesn't understand that me celebrating or trying to celebrate my way, doing it big when she, don't really want to. But I have something to celebrate. I had 2 children in high school. I had one going in and one coming out. So she's my last child to graduate from high school, and none of my kids were teenage parents. So that alone is something to celebrate. I don't think she understands that yet.
Yeah.
After Saturday, she gonna understand because we party.
So tell me something. So I don't know if I ever asked you this before or not. So when you had your kids, right? Specifically the two oldest, right? When you had them, did people give you like this vibe, like you messed up, like you ain't gonna never like it was gonna be a hindrance to you being a teenage parent?
It was some, but for the most part, I went to a school for teen mothers, so everybody around me was in the same situation.
Yeah, so it felt different. So that had a positive influence then, because some people, that's good.
Definitely, it was like, oh, y'all in the same boat I'm in, like,
right.
And then I was able to stay there throughout, my years of high school. Some people have to go back to their home school,
right?
But because I was like this student, and I stayed on the honor roll and everything, I was able to stay.
That's good. Bless your heart.
Oh my God, you sound like your grandparents.
That's what I was trying to do. Rest in peace, Grandma. My grandma's with an S.
Bless your heart.
Sugar. I was going to say bless your heart, Sugar, but I held back. But now I had to say it. Bless your heart, Sugar.
I don't know who it is, Jada. Jada said, who is that? This is light, bright person. It's all right. So, no, listen, y'all. I'm serious. Like, I really want her to understand how much of an accomplishment this is for the both of us. Because if you let statistics tell you, if your parent is a teen parent, you will be a teen parent. So, I mean, I feel like a generational curse has been broken. Because my mother was a teen parent, my grandmother was it's just too much. But anyway, we will celebrate probably the rest of the month. Messing with me. What else? There's just so much going on that I had to do the little bush ball and I have to sit down like, listen, it's some very important things we need to discuss here on Swap Radio. I saw that green, so that means Tony is here.
I'm here.
I know, I saw you. What up, though?
I'm here. What up?
No, I was hitting the meat. What up, though? Just saying. I don't know. But anyway, I sent some things to you. I hope you had a chance to peek at it. But
yeah, I'm up to date with all of that.
All right, well, cool then. Cool. We just gonna get the rolling. Diamond K was, he was like kind of feeling until you got here, but I don't want him to go anywhere either because I got something for him too. Yeah, got a little something for everybody today because things are interesting. So we're gonna talk first real quick because it's not that big. It's not, So your homeboy, Javante, he said they broke into his house. He said it was ransacked. Might I add, they said some valuable things was stolen. And I don't know what kind of alarm system he has, or it's nowhere in the world you don't have a state-of-the-art alarm system in such a place with valuables in there. I don't understand. But I was trying to figure out the timeline, right? But this said happened on June 2nd. So what day did he say the judge was crazy?
That same day.
I'm just saying. Did she have somebody go hit that man's house?
She probably did.
Listen, it sounds like it. It sounds like she said, I need y'all to run up in it. I'm just saying. I don't know. It sounds a little fishy. I don't want no trouble, Judge, Your Honor, whatever your name is. What's her name, y'all? What's her name?
Althea, something, ain't it?
I don't know. I don't want no smoke with her.
Look, and I was just reading a story where he had petitioned to get out to go to the new property, and she told him no.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm laughing, but that lady she might really be crazy.
Listen.
She don't want that man.
She
told that man, "You gonna go live in that 1-bedroom apartment."
Knowing he has to have, because of who he is, and that's probably why she's so hard on him. But because of who he is and his status, he cannot. I mean, he has to have security.
Yeah, and that's the part she's not getting
at all. But I think that's the part that she's jealous of. Miss, I didn't say anything about you. But we getting off this lady because I don't want no
trouble because she might get me for something. I don't know. I'm clean, but she might find something.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't have.
So she had his house hit, allegedly.
Look, it's a good thing we don't know her name. Right? See, we don't have to fix none of that because, my gosh, all I know is we don't have to fix any of that. Because that's not right. I just think it's weird and coincidental that everything happened like it did.
Yeah, all jokes aside.
Be talking like that, and the person you was talking to recorded the conversation. Like,
well, I found out this: he wanted it recorded and leaked. Well, you can't even call it leaked.
But listen to me. People that don't know him know that something not right here. Don't engage. Talk him down from the ledge. Don't let him flip himself over. Because you only make things worse for you, calling that lady crazy.
Yeah.
And that's where they stop short at. They don't talk about everything else. They stop short right there. Oh, she crazy. They don't get to the part where he said he followed the steps like they told him to. They don't play that part of the interview. They just play up to the point where he said she was crazy.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, I went back and did my research, and I don't know. It's fishy to me. Like everything about it is fishy. It's like they not saying the judge had something to do with it, but it's like someone knew, and soon they was like he locked up. They went straight and hit the house.
Somebody. That's all I'm saying. Somebody. It's too coincidental. That's all I'm.
Yeah.
That's all I'm trying to say.
And then normally people of his stature that got a lot of money and multiple properties, they normally have a house sitter at the house when they're not there. Like when Boosie not in at Boosie States, he got house sitters. When he's not in Nevada, he got house sitters. The same with Master P. I only know this because I followed them online. You know what I'm saying? So, and Boosie going there be like, dog, where the fuck the house sitter at? Dog, they got the dogs running all around. Where the fuck the house sitter at? So I'm thinking like, did he have a house sitter or was he not that smart to have one?
Have you listened to him talk?
We not gonna.
You talked to him in person.
Listen,
okay, then you know he ain't had no.
You already know what I said to them in person.
You think
so.
he's smart enough?
He ain't gonna respond.
Oh, Diamond K trying to be quiet. That's fine.
What? What y'all want me to say?
Do you think he was smart enough to have a house sitter?
Probably. The house sitter could have been the
iPad?
I'm saying the house sitter could have been the one to break in. You know what I mean? What happens a lot of times if you look at what's the rapper that your daughter like? Pop Smoke. When Pop Smoke or different ones, when you have a lot of people at your house, right? You have a party, something like that, and then people come back and break in your house. It's an inside job. It's they knew where the window was, or they want to use the bathroom, different things they scoping out. So somebody close to him, unfortunately, this happened to Mayweather as well. Somebody close to him, close enough to knew his dealings with the judge and everything, and then his house gets broken into, not the day before, the same day that he goes away. So that shows you there was somebody close. Unfortunately, but this happens to folks all the time. You got to watch who you have in your house, watch who's around. It's somebody that knew that nobody was there. So, unfortunate.
Is it a gated community?
Huh?
Is it in a gated community?
Yeah. I don't think.
I mean, exactly. Because only certain people will be able to know.
Yeah, it wasn't. It's now in Park Heights. It's now in Park Heights, and it ain't in Sandtown.
No, I don't think that's a gated community.
Sorry, it's not even in Baltimore.
I know. That's why it's not there.
Man, these Drake people.
Wow. 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 Yeah, it's in Florida.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, if he around, they can see who's coming in, who's coming out. He got some neighbors that be looking over there and paying attention.
No, it doesn't look. It doesn't look gated. It looks like you can pull up.
No, it's not gated because it's in Broward County. That's not no gated communities in Broward County.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't check
that's probably just a job, just robbing houses in Florida.
Once I saw the date, I said, "Oh, that's the same day."
Broward County is like living in Bel Air, Maryland.
Not California, but Maryland.
Dang. Say Maryland again.
Yeah, Broward County is like living in Bel Air, Maryland.
Maryland.
Yeah, that's the upper class neighborhood, and Maryland. You can slide in there, but it's a high chance you getting caught when they see you coming out of there and you don't look like you belong.
Maryland. Okay.
Maryland.
So since Diamond K brought it in the city a little bit, I don't think any of us are city residents. However, I know 2 of us work in the city. So right now, I just want to get y'all thoughts because earlier today, I remember seeing something on yesterday where the police commissioner was being questioned. The Baltimore City police commissioner was being questioned on whether he was leaving or not. And it was funny because the way he answered it was, I have turned down some positions and I do have one that I may have to consider. Now, I promise I worked a double shift on yesterday. And when I came in last night, I was just looking at the news, checking out the news, and that's what I heard last night. And then while I'm at work, I get an alert on my phone of a press conference. And so he announces that he's stepping down. Why didn't you just say that when you had that little meeting or whatever? And even more, why are people so upset?
He had to wait till he get that second interview before he confirmed it.
The second interview, that was today though.
But you know how you go to the job
yesterday, and then today he stepped down.
Yeah, because he might have got the second interview this morning, and it's looking good. It's a lot of police positions that has opened up across America in a lot of great areas that he would rather be in than Baltimore. That's my assumption. That's my assumption. So I feel like he wanted to see what those positions was, what they was offering. I don't think he want to deal with this shit here. I don't think it's not many police commissioners that want to deal with this shit here. Because you can't get it under control. You got Eraserhead up there that you don't know if he's supporting you or what.
Yeah, but I don't think that's really what it is. Because at the end of the day, we have had more than one commissioner, clearly.
I think he's tired.
Yeah, but he can't. How can you expect the commissioner to do stop crime? I'm just saying.
You can't. You can't.
Exactly.
It's a collective effort. It's a collective effort. And when you don't have the support upstairs and downstairs, that shit starts to. It's like, why am I showing up for work? You know what I'm saying? It's like you need the community support and you need the mayor and politician support. And as a police commissioner, he don't have neither. So why am I showing up to fight crime where
I don't know. I won't say he don't.
Huh?
Tell me what facts you have to back what you're saying as far as like the mayor not having the mayor's support or
no, I'm not saying he don't have the mayor's support. I'm saying the illusion of not having that support.
Okay, because to me it seems like he has his support.
No, I'm just saying I'm not saying he don't. So I you know what I mean I maybe you misunderstood me or I wasn't clear enough. I'm just saying where you show up for work and it feels like no one's supporting you. I don't know if the mayor support him or not, but in public he supports him. I'm just saying as an illusion that maybe he don't have that support. We don't know. At least I don't know because I'm not inside their meetings and things like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just that, you know what I mean? For me, on the outside looking in, as a police commissioner going to work every day and you're trying to fight crime and you're just not getting nowhere because the community or the mayor ain't helping you. That's my assumption of it. Not saying that that's true or not. We 100% know the community ain't helping. I can't speak to the mayor. On TV, he shows support, but I don't know. So that's just all I'm saying.
Oh, my.
But I feel like he's tired of this shit. We tired of it. We're not even city residents.
Listen, I work in the city. I still have family in the city, so.
I do too.
I definitely we have family in the city.
That was supposed to go over your head.
Hey, but no, like I just want people to understand that the same way like our grandparents, even our parents believe that it takes a village, because it's really our generation on down that don't feel like. I'm not saying every parent, because I feel like somebody else could say something to my child, like, don't do that. You know, go hit up the street. Don't do that. But, you know, these newer generations, you can't say anything to their kids. So the same way it takes a village to raise your child, it's going to take the village plus some to get the city under control.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I know how they like to blame like the rap music and whatever. I listened to all that, and none of those songs made me want to sell drugs, made me want to get a gun and go shoot somebody.
Yep.
Like it didn't do anything to me. Like, and I definitely listened to it.
We can point the finger at so many places to say that blame goes anywhere. But the end all to it all is accountability and responsibility of the individual. And a lot of individuals just want the fastest way to the money. So their fastest way to the money is to do illegal shit. You can raise your child 100 ways the right way, and they still gonna see what they want and go do it the wrong way.
You said 100 ways the right way.
Yeah, that's something I
I
made
just
up.
thought that was funny. I just thought it was funny. I'm sorry. I just thought it was funny. I mean, I definitely agree with you because it's just I don't know why they are making her cry, but she coming to tell on somebody, y'all. See,
Who that? Daenerys?
see, it takes
That's Jada.
yes, it takes a village. She said and looking at me like, get her. And she said no. See, she trying to distract her from coming over here and get on my show. But listen, you talking about the Baltimore City Commissioner. Do y'all think the people gonna really run crazy? Do it really matter with the commissioner?
No.
Do it really matter? He's stepping down.
The only commissioner that had a bite on crime, and that's because he came with that zero tolerance, was Ed Norris. And it didn't stop people from doing what the fuck they wanted to do.
He be talking so much. Excuse my language. He be talking so much shit now. I just be wanting to. Let me shut up.
Who, Ed Norris?
Because I've been cussing.
We talking about Ed Norris. He be talking that shit too, boy. I ain't even lie. He be talking it. But it don't matter who the police commissioner and they step it down. They gonna do what they want to do.
I mean, but that's gonna be anywhere,
right?
You know what I'm saying? But your guy, Harrison's his contract wasn't up until March of 2024.
They still got to pay him all that money, don't they?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at, which is ridiculous. Why do they agree to these types of contracts and then put the city residents? Because basically, I don't care how they look at it, the residents are footing the bills.
Yeah.
They put the bills of those, like, if these police officers will change their mind about the brutality and all these mistakes, if they realize, oh, that's going to come out of my pension, that's going to come out of my money. But otherwise, the city residents are paying for all these lawsuits and stuff.
They just approved 2 more today.
See, but that's what I'm talking about. I think that is a major problem.
It is. I think what they said was it was $23 million in lawsuits stemming from the GTTF case. And if I'm not mistaken, when them officers get out, I think they still get their pension.
I think when you get arrested, they should forfeit your pension. Are you sure about that?
I'm not sure, but I think I've read somewhere that when they get out, they still get their pension. But I know that it's $23 million that then came from them. And if that's the case, they shouldn't be eligible to get their pension.
I agree. I don't think they should at all.
You look at your
Tony, you gonna sign up to be a police officer? They have a real bad, they say.
I can't be a police officer.
Why?
Because I'm gonna be like my man that got locked up for the fake address that was running for mayor. I'm gonna be like him. I'm gonna be a fucking cowboy. I can't be no police officer because one, I'm not gonna take nobody disrespecting me.
See, that's what I'm saying. I just
So
can't.
all that bitch and this, as soon as you call me a bitch, I'm hitting you dead in your mouth.
Damn.
Like flat out. Like all that telling me suck my and all that stuff like that. Nah. Bruh. It's a whole different what? You seen that interview where Fat Joe say if someone tell him suck his, you know what I mean, he gonna put the knife in him? That's how I feel. Like
Wow.
police or not, I'm putting hands to you. Like, yeah, like, no, I can't do it. It's a level of respect. And when people started hating police in a massive amounts, they started hating police for no reason. I stopped disliking police. I started watching and understanding and learning. I don't dislike them no more because they're necessary for some things in America, for a lot of things in America. So I don't dislike police no more. But I couldn't be one because ain't nobody gonna disrespect me. That's just I'm standing on that. That's where I draw the line at.
Well, I understand. Being in my position is already hard enough at work because I don't tolerate disrespect at all. I don't care who you are. I don't care what your stance. Listen, we can have a conversation. We can also agree to disagree. But the moment you disrespect me, it's up. It's up and it's stuck.
It's up.
And then one day it's up and it's stuck. Because we're not doing that. We're not.
I meet disrespect with disrespect.
You know what? Well, that's another topic. We're gonna take that in the second half because I wanna get to this real quick and then we're gonna take a little break. We're gonna do this the way we supposed to do it, you know what I'm saying? So real quick, well not real quick, but I just find it alarming that so much is going on, okay, with murdering parents and grandparents. It saddens me to even state this because it's coming out of Maryland, Maryland. I don't care how y'all want to say it. I'm from Baltimore City. So some people be saying, they tell me I have an accent. I do not. I just talk like where I'm from. I'm sure somebody in New York talks their way. But anyway, a woman in Prince George's County killed her mother and got her granddaughter to help her. Well, it was the woman's daughter. So she killed her mother and got her daughter to help her disposal of the body. So I don't know if they sawed it to, cut her up or what they did at all. But the neighbors said that when they were leaving, the grill was burning and they just assumed that the people were having a cookout. So the police went and did a wellness check. They said they could smell the body decomposing as soon as they stepped in. However, the grill was burning. They put her mother in the grill. Now tell me that's not mental illness. Because it's no way in the world that tells me that there's a mental defect. Something is wrong here. It does not cross my mind to kill somebody. Especially not my mother. And then tell my child, come on, come help me cut grandma up. We're going to put her on the grill. Come on. Then to make it even worse, there's a I don't want to call him a man, but there's a suspect that was in Randallstown that decided he was going to kill. I'm not going to say he decided, but he killed his grandfather and his great grandmother. And according to him, God told him to do it. So, and I'm bringing these things up because Tony don't talk crazy to me when I say this. Okay, so the pictures that are up, you see on the left, the grandmother and the mother. And then at the top, you can see where the daughter is. It's clearly marked. I cannot even imagine. I just can't imagine. It's just so anyway, I'm bringing this up because I feel like that's mental illness. Even a situation with and this guy, they say he was 24. However, I don't think just looking at him, he doesn't look 24. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that is. But anyway, they say that he's 24, the one who killed his great grandmother and grandfather. But his mother said that he has a history of mental illness. So I just don't understand, like on the post, why everybody's like, oh, he's this, he's that, he needs to be under the jail, this and this and this. Tony, no disrespect. Not long ago, maybe a couple weeks, someone that they, that is well known in Baltimore, Hot Boy Chucky is what they call him. I don't know him. Didn't know him personally. But he posted all these videos and all these stories. And he killed himself. He committed suicide. But that was mental illness. Because people know him, they were so saddened in their hearts. Tell me, where is the same sympathy for these people? Because I feel like it's mental illness. I don't think...
Why you say no disrespect to me?
Because, I saw your post and I don't want you to think that I'm saying it like in a negative light.
Oh, no.
If we can say mental illness is real for him, then I feel like it's just as real for these people. This guy said he heard voices. The voices, he believed God told him to do that. God don't do that.
No, I share the same sympathy for all people with mental illness, no matter what the situation is. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Like I told you on the phone, you know what I'm saying, when we was talking about it, I didn't learn until the funeral that his friend killed himself in January. That's what made that situation all the more sad for me. So when you talk about mental illness, I don't care if you killed someone or you killed yourself, it's all the same to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't hold one higher than the other. You know what I mean? Mental illness is mental illness. And as a society, a community, whatever we want to label ourselves as, we need to come up with reasonable ways to deal with these conditions so that these individuals that are killing themselves or killing their family members have alternatives, not that we can talk to them and sit down and talk to them. You know what I'm saying? And the one thing when we dealing with people with mental illness, we need to stop judging them and stop over talking them and just listen to what they're going through. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like in all those cases that they was asking for help, they was looking for help, and people probably wasn't even looking, listening, and reaching out and trying to find out what's really wrong with them. You know what I mean? Like the one situation, someone said, I'm tired, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. And then everybody was like, girl, go sit down somewhere. You just talking out the side of your neck. No. Someone needs to go intervene and have a conversation and listen to them. And don't be scared to call the fucking people
on that. But listen, it's not like you put an ing on that. But no, listen, because you say that, but at the same time, we have a cousin that does this all the time. Oh, I think the world would be better if I died today. Oh, I'm just gonna end it all.
And what I say, call the fucking people on their ass.
But have you? See, I'm gonna say this, and then we need to take a quick break. Years ago, I know it's always easy to get your. Well, it's not really easy, but it's easier to get your minor child help. If you've been watching the show, I have a child who is suffering. I won't say living because he is suffering with mental illness. It's a battle every day. It's a battle every day.
I don't believe
it's not as easy as people think, and they want them to think logically. They want them to think like somebody who doesn't have a brain defect. But if they're suffering with mental illness, if they have been diagnosed with anything, they have a brain defect. So they may not think the way that you think. They may not think as fast as you think. They may not think after the situation is over. You ever been in an argument and then said, after it was long over with, damn, I should have said this.
I should have said this. Yep.
Their process is a little more delayed. They will tear the whole house up, rip everything up, and then maybe hours later be like, "Yeah, I gotta mess my own house up, and now I gotta clean this up." You know what I'm saying? Like they on a whole different thinking process. So when somebody say, "Well, I mean, if you think, use your common sense or think," listen,
it ain't none.
They don't have
that. They don't have that. My
son had just a situation because he's staying in a different environment. And in this group home, somebody has a one-on-one, and this woman just decided, I'm on the phone with him. He's telling me like, "Oh, I'm gonna say something to him because he said something about me. I'm gonna approach him." I said, "No, don't do that, because then you're gonna get a write-up, and then they're gonna give that to your probation officer. So then you just like, it's still holding you back. Okay, the goal is so you can not have a one-on-one person. You can go to work and do your thing, and then be able to come see all that stuff. Like, don't do nothing. That the person that he was getting ready to get into it with, his one-on-one person, you better not say shit to him. And I'm on the other end like, son, don't say nothing. Let her keep talking. He was like, "Mom, you just don't understand. She's not gonna say what she want to say to me. Bitch, what you going to..." Listen, I live 5 minutes from the group home that he's in. Just 5 minutes. Now, I'm telling y'all, I got there probably in 2. I just threw my shoes on out the door. Because now he can't hear me because I could tell he in her face because I could hear her like she had the phone to her ear. So I gets around there and I'm like, I'm not going to do it. The man like, oh, I'm sorry, you can't come. I don't want to come in. I want the bitch that called my son a bitch to come outside and tell this bitch's mother why he a bitch. Because I'm a bitch. It was a mess, I'm trying to tell you. So she wouldn't come out the door. She talked to me through the window, through the screen. But I say all that to say, you want these people, use your common sense. Use your common sense. The people that are working with these people don't even have common sense. Because if you already know you're working with people who have mental illness, why are you escalating it? That wasn't a de-escalation. I was just mad at the fact she called my son a bitch. Because at the end of the day, he a grown man. And that would just like set him off, which it did. And I didn't make it no better. I swear I was debating in them 2 minutes of my drive past the Woodlawn Police Precinct. You can't get locked up. You can't. That was me thinking. So I could have an argument, but it wasn't going to be me getting locked up. I can argue with you. But he didn't think about nothing I said until the next day. He said to me, "Dang, I could have really got myself in trouble because I was going to hit her." So that would have been an assault charge, right?
And a violation of probation.
All that. And that's almost over. So I'm like, you got to stay on the right track. I'm mad I let myself get there. But I mean, I was texting the director as I was on my way. And she knew I was heated. She was like, "Let staff handle it. Please, Mom." Begging me. Because I was here. All right, y'all, real quick. I need to take a break. we're going to take a break and come right back. When we come back, there is a couple of topics that we're going to be discussing, especially one being that child support. If you remember last week, we ended on that. And some people's diapers were soiled after something I said. How you like what I said? They were soiled. So we're going to get in the verdict for Travis Rudolph and child support. So we be right back.
Looking for food that feeds your soul? Hoodfellas Bistro and Catering is your local African-American-owned restaurant offering American cuisine. Located across from the courthouse, we offer daily jury specials to reward civic duty. Enjoy our full-service restaurant and fully stocked bar. Dine in, pick up, delivery, and catering. Our themed happy hours feature live music, handcrafted drinks, and weekly specials. Book your private event at hoodfellowsbistrocatering.com.
Thank you for tuning in to On Fire TV. We are a 24-hour independent news and entertainment channel. We produce original movies, documentaries, reality-based shows, and podcasts. On Fire TV is made possible because of viewer and listener support. Go to onfire-tv.com to become an On Fire Plus member. Your dollars and your support have kept us going, and we are just getting started.
Visit OnFireTV.com for live top stories, breaking news, and original shows.
Get lit. Get lit. Get lit. Everybody get lit right now. Get lit. Get lit. Get lit. Everybody get lit right now.
Hey, welcome back to Swap Radio. I'm Monica. I have Tony over there somewhere. And
I'm here.
I know we just dive right into the show. So really quick, follow us at Swap Radio on everything. Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. I'm Monica WLS and the number 2 on Instagram, TikTok.
I'm Tony Berger on all social media platforms.
So real quick on the update, I don't know who's been following the Travis Rudolph trial. Now, I didn't even know who this guy was. I promise you, I did not. I didn't even know what was going on. I was on TikTok and I scrolled and I saw it. And once I saw it, I stayed on it. I had to go back like all into the person's page because they were posting clips of the trial. So once I was caught up, then I can watch the trial live as it go. And it was really nice. So it was, I was like, okay, all right, this girl lying and, okay, he getting tripped up. So, and the way they was talking to the attorneys, my mind was blown. But, I mean, he was found not guilty on all charges. And so now what I'm waiting for is for the ex-girlfriend, Dominique, to be charged with perjury. Dominique Jones. Let's be clear on her name. Dominique Jones. Because this young lady, and I use that loosely, she decided that because he didn't want her anymore, because she had clearly attacked him in the doorway. They had that ring footage. She decided to call her brothers. Oh, go over there. Well, text. Go shoot his shit up. Go do this. Go do that. She tried to delete the text, y'all. That girl, oh my goodness. It's going to be a mess. I'm waiting on them to get charged, like really, because I'm going to follow their trials as well. Because this is an example of like when I was talking about the guy that killed all them people. You called your people over here to do what to me? Negative. I'ma live. They're gonna be gone. This is what happened right here. One of the friends that came to help out, he shot him. One of them died, and then the other one, he had got shot, but he also testified in court. He didn't testify and say that he had a gun, and then he had to change his story. I had it, but I got rid of it. I got rid of it before I jumped the fence. No, I need some charges on these people. But I'm glad he did, get off. I didn't think he needed to he deserved to spend time in jail for defending himself. Because they even admitted it was like two on each one of them. It was 2 people on him, 2 people on his brother. So they definitely came over to fight. And possibly shoot up his shit. Because that's what the girlfriend said. Ex-girlfriend said. So he's out celebrating now. So we going to say congratulations to him for the not guilty verdict. I'm being texted about are we gonna no, see, you brought him on. I don't think he wanted to come on. I think he messed up. Anyway, child support. That's where we had left off last week. And I think there was an issue because I stated that if today my child needs tennis shoes and all I have is my money that I was holding on to go get my pedicure and get my nails done, that I would just get the tennis shoes. And then when I received the child support on Friday, I would just go get my nails done. And we had a guest by the name of Charles that was, he thought that was wrong. I'm just trying to see the difference. So, I want to try to, is there a difference?
No. See, I'm one of them guys where I feel like, well, to answer your question, no, it's no different because child support is just what it means, to support the child. However, the mother see fit to use that money within the guidelines that the court supplied, it's still supporting the child. So if you put it towards your rent, your BGE, whatever the case may be, that's within the guidelines of child support. But I feel like if y'all two can have an amicable split and have a verbal type agreement on support without the courts involved, then you gotta get the courts involved. But the man should be man enough to hold it down, whether she want him or not, or whether he want her or not. The 2 parties should come to an agreement for the sake of the child, not for the sake of their own personal feelings, for the sake of the child. So if you need your nails done and they need tennis shoes and you spend your nail money to get their tennis shoes, guess what, Dad? If you gave her that money and she went and got her nails done, that's her fucking money. I don't see what the problem is.
Okay. I know you're around here because we keep moving around. I know you're here. Are you able to possibly shed some light? If one day you have a child, would this be a problem or not? Are you there?
Well, since he ain't a dad no more.
Well, back when I had a son, yeah, I'm trying to put myself in that mind frame. I mean, his mother and I had a lot of debates about, different things. We didn't really surprisingly have this debate too much. Now, especially when the child is younger, right? And the father, especially if it's a new father, like this is his first child, right? So he's kind of got to get acquainted with how this thing works. Now, it also matters to your point whether or not the two are together, right? Because if you're together, then the child support really doesn't come up. But when you separate, then the child support issue comes up, and if there's animosity between the mother and you, or vice versa, then that's what fuels these arguments as to what you're spending the money on. So to Monica's example, she needs to get her nails done. She wants to get her nails done. The child needs shoes. So she gets the shoes. And then when the child support money comes, then she does that. I don't have no problem with that. Right? Because she didn't use the money on the, whatever. But I guess the issues that I did have with my former son's mother is that
not the former sons.
What you mean?
Just go in.
All right, yeah. So let me show you something. Let me show y'all something, because a lot of times people get, and so people may ask me, like, why do you say that? Why do you say back when you had a son or former son? Why you can't just call her name? That kind of stuff. And so
they don't get no shine.
I'm gonna tell you why. So that was a difficult thing for me to get through, right? And so the way I got through it, right, and the way I got through it was to have humor about it, because it was just one of them things. I just gotta laugh. I gotta, you know what I mean? And so that's what got me through it. And so to the point where I wasn't angry or hurt or that kind of stuff. But if you look at my phone, let me see. You look at my phone right here. That is, I don't know if y'all can see that, but it says former son's. Her name is not even saved as her name. Her name is called former son's mother. And so his name is not that in my phone though. But whatever. I said I had to say this.
What's his name? Former son?
Huh?
No.
What's his name?
No. It said his name. It said his name.
Oh.
So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's true. But listen, this is what I'm trying to say.
Why you have a current relationship with them? But I'm gonna just go eat.
Well, I don't delete people from my phone.
Well, good. Show us what my name say. Better say Monica.
Okay.
No, he changed it. You'll say the love of my life. It says the love of my life. All you gotta do is type MON.
It don't say that. No, but back to the point. So the biggest thing. The biggest thing. No, I'm not. The biggest thing I argued with her about.
Ain't that an Android?
The biggest thing I argued with her about was controlling what happened when I had
Oh, that's a real nice picture of me.
is controlling what happened in my household or when I'm with him. So she would be like, why you got him around this girl? Why you got around that girl? Different things like that. And so I would get angry about her trying to control, right? Control is the key thing here. So if I'm giving money
with the child support.
Well, yeah, that's why I'm going with it, right? So if I'm giving money to her for child support, right? It's, to me, it's supporting the household. So what she spend the money on, that she chooses what to spend the money on. She's an adult. The child is not an adult. So if it's for rent, it's to me, it's what she wants to spend the money on, right? And don't come to me for more because I gave you the money, right? And so spend it on what you want. You want to spend it on your nails? Okay. If little man or little girl need shoes and you tricked off the money and spent it on whatever, I would buy the shoes. Okay, right. You know what I mean? But you're not getting nothing extra, is what I'm saying. You ain't getting nothing extra because you already got whatever you agreed on. Monica. Yes, Monica.
You said little man, a little girl.
Right. What else?
I'm still tripping off the tricked off the money.
You can tell he's not a current parent. He's a former parent.
He's a former parent. But see, and this is only from maturity. Now, there was a time where I used to play the petty game, and she did it too. But the petty game was, you bought this clothes, you bought these shoes, they stay with me. I send you back with what your mother bought. You know, that's
not petty, because I do that now. That's not petty, because I do that now. No, that's not petty. I do that now. Because you know what's
take them Jordans off. Take them Jordans off. Put on the. Yeah, come on
now. No. That's not petty. That's real shit. Because one parent's gonna always buy, and the other parent ain't. And when you start always sending that shit back to them, it don't come back. So you find yourself, I done brought 3 pair of Jordans, and all 3 pair of Jordans over there, and she ain't brought not one Jordan. So now you ain't got shit at your house. No, I'm not going to buy no more. Every time you come, what you come in, I'm going to make you change your clothes, and I'm sending you back in what you came in.
Let me ask you this. I was talking to one of my homeboys about this. Okay. He likes to, so he's a father of a 10-year-old. And so he is one of those fathers that lays out everything on social media. I did this. I bought this. You know, everything. We gotta know every little thing that he bought, right?
Ooh, and so, me? What? You know, we friends on social media.
Yes, exact. That is what I'm talking about. And I'm like, okay, why do we need to see all of this? Like, this is the regular stuff. Like, he want to
be rewarded for stuff
he want the reward for the regular stuff. You know what I mean? Which I think is surprising. But kids, I don't think you should buy kids like a whole lot of shoes, like sneakers, specifically like this, because their feet grow fast, right? They grow out of stuff real quick. So it's just like, I think that, and this was another argument I used to have with his mother. She would say the same amount of money that you spend on your stuff, you should do that for him. You got 5 shoes, he should have it. And I don't agree with that. One, that they're a kid. 2, they're not going to take care of the clothes because they're still too young. You know what I mean? They just do whatever outside or inside. Yeah, they don't respect it at all. So I just wondered what y'all thought about that. But
I mean, because I noticed, my children didn't value their stuff when they were younger. It's just me buying it. But everybody's working adults, so now you value your things more because you pay for it. Because you buy it.
Absolutely. You appreciate it. You appreciate it more in that regard. Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like my daughter in that car. Oh my goodness. Oh my. Oh yeah.
See, what I do is I buy stuff for like a month at a time. It's kind of like my mindset. So when I go buy stuff, I buy it with the intention that within a month they're probably going to grow out of it. So that's how I buy my stuff.
Not your oldest baby. I think she might, her growing out phase might take a little longer.
No, Ladybug won't stop growing. This school year alone, she went from an 8 to a 12.
See, and that's significant. That's significant.
That's upwise, not this wise.
That's height. Yeah, that's height.
That's height. Yeah, so I'm saying. So I mean, them pants ain't fitting right.
They high waters.
The shirts ain't fitting right. That's everything.
Yeah. So within the last 2 months, I beat Walmart down because they had them 2 for $5.
They was knee socks, and then they turned the ankle socks.
Yeah, they had them 2 for $5 biker shorts, and then the matching shirts or whatever. So I was buying them like every week, buying 5 at a time, because literally last 2 months my daughter went from a 10 to a 12. Like, crazy, you know what I mean? But her feet size has been a size 6 the whole school year. So she had like 6 pair of tennis this year, all the little Jordan ones, because that's what she's into. So I brought her 3, her mother brought her 3. She still got them all in good condition, you know what I'm saying? But clothes-wise, she went from an 8 to a 12 in September to now, the school year. So that's how I buy my clothes. I say all that because that's how I buy the clothes for my daughter, you know what I'm saying? So that as far as like child support, whatever you want to talk about, that's how I buy her clothes. You know what I mean? So that it's not like a beef back and forth or whatever. Now, but like child
support not court order. This is voluntary.
Yeah, it's voluntary. Yeah. No, ain't no child support. I put it down for my kids. I made sure, and this is just me. It's not no agreement with neither one of my baby mothers. None of that. I do for my child so that their mothers don't have to do for them. So that it's not going to be a child support order. It's not going to be a beef. Because I feel like when a man has a child, his child, if it's a boy, is going to mirror what he is. If it's a girl, she's going to look for what her father treats her as. So I have girls. I treat my girls like princesses so that they find a guy that does better than what I treat them.
Boy, they're going to go out there and get the next thug walking.
They probably will. They probably will. But
let me ask you this.
That's my idea of parenting.
Let me ask you this.
Okay.
So if, hypothetically speaking, because I know some people going to watch this and they're going to be mad if we don't bring this up. Uh-oh. So let's say that you have a mother who doesn't buy the stuff for the kid, right? Gets the child support, right? Does not spend the money on the things that the father can visibly see, right? Doesn't buy them a lot of clothes, doesn't get the hair cut, doesn't get the hair done, whatever it is. The father can see, hey, you got the child support check and you haven't bought this, but you got all these nice new hairdo, you got the nice nails, you got the whatever. Okay, at that point, is the father in his right to start to complain about what the mother is doing, or buy the clothes and keep them, or different things like that? Is that
Yeah. If she's not doing, from my assumption of what you said, it seems like she's not doing nothing for the child. So if she's not doing nothing for the child, then yes, the father has every right to start standing on, hey, what you doing with the money? Where is it being spent at? This, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? If the mother can't come up with real sustainable reasons of what the money, especially if she constantly looking good and the child ain't, oh no, we got a problem. Now, if the mother looking bummy, the baby looking bummy, and she's like, oh yeah, I'm using the money to pay my rent, I'm not beefing with that. I'm gonna kick out a little bit more money. You know what I'm saying? But if she,
what if her boyfriend is the one getting her nails and hair done and all that?
Touche. Then what's she spending the money on?
Then that means the money on.
Yeah.
Because you should be looking good. You should be looking good if the baby ain't.
You know, maybe Section 8 ain't covering it.
Then when the boyfriend is giving her money to get her shit done, she should take that money and do it to the child. I personally feel like no parent should look better than their child. If you look better than your child, then you're parenting wrong. Your child should always look better than you. At least the hair and the feet.
I don't know if I agree with that, but I understand where you're going. But let me ask you this question. And this is another one that a lot of people are into. Now, what if the mother has children with different fathers, right? And then so let's say that one father is financially responsible and another father is not. Some of these parents that are sharing the responsibilities of, raising kids may have a situation like that where one father is present, one father isn't. Do you have a problem with the mother using the money that she's getting and kind of splitting it with the kids, so to speak?
Who you want to go first?
Tone?
No, so with me, the situation you just talked about is kind of the situation I'm in. Because for one of my kids' mother, well, both of them, I'm the breadwinner. So I don't mind if I gave you money and you equally distribute it amongst the other kids to be fair. Now, because if that's the situation, that's just me. If the situation is that I gave you $100 to do whatever, and the other kid is there, and you like, oh well, I'm not gonna buy one without the other. I can respect that. I might not like it, but I can respect that. But the type of person I am, I'm not gonna bring for my child if I'm not bringing for the other child. And I'm not saying I'm obligated to, and I'm not gonna consistently do it. But if I got a couple extra dollars, yeah, here go 50 for my daughter, here goes 25 for your daughter.
What
Okay,
about you,
so
Mon?
I just okay. So here's the thing. I see it like this. If I buy a pack of chicken and the pack of chicken is $10, because I can't buy just your child one piece of chicken.
Right.
So if I go buy a bag of chicken, I'm buying it for the whole house.
Facts.
So there's no way. I mean, and something like that. If because I do have this situation. So or had because my children are grown now. But if one father has paid child support, mind you, I'm taking their money and my money. I'm putting money together and I'm going to the market. The same way when I paid the rent, I paid the BGE, whether it was water bill, whatever the case may be, bought laundry detergent. It's no way to, this is for my child, this is for that one. There's no way to do that. So if I go buy a whole thing of laundry detergent, like I hear your mouth because I used the child support to buy it, but I'm washing everybody's clothes. So it's the same way with a bag of chicken. Now, do I think, because I've seen some things like on TikTok or Facebook where, you know, the father bought his child a PlayStation 5 for Christmas. And then the mother's like, no, you have to do, listen, it's okay if your child shares, but don't make him think that he has to do this with it. Share with your brothers, share with your sister, whatever, you know, like that. But it's his game.
Yeah.
His father bought it for him. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's always a tough situation with these blended families.
Definitely.
You know, so I mean, I just would like to take other children's feelings into consideration.
I think that's a good point, and the way that you explain that is good. And I think a lot of times with newer fathers, or if they still have some type of feeling for the mother still or something, they're not looking at it clearly. But you gave such good examples because you can't split the food like that. We're not talking about something that you can, like the household, and that's why I think it goes back to the control part. The household is the household. The mother is in control, or whoever's in control of the household, whether it's the father, whether it's the mother, and they decide how the money is spent. And whatever money comes in, you know, she got to divvy it out. Like you say, she got to pay the lights, she got to pay the rent, she got to buy the cleaning utensils, like all those little things that you cannot divvy up.
Right.
But sometimes the immature mind will say, "Oh, you know, they'll look at something dumb like some clothes, the video game, but some little thing, but it's not the major thing that makes the household run, and you got to put all that together. And like you said, you can't split that up. It's the household, and it is what it is, and a lot of this comes from the parents not being able to get along or look at those things.
You know what? That is something too. However, you also have some parents, here I go about to talk about myself, some parents that lie and say, oh, well, she don't want me to be a part, or she don't.
Well, I don't know about lie. Now, I knew it was just going to be a matter of time if we found something to disagree with. So, yeah.
I said, here I go.
But you do have that. You do have that. I'm not
going to use the word lie.
But what about the women who, and I know a lot of people that this has happened to, because the mother is angry or the father didn't do every little thing that she wanted to happen, then the only way she has to get back at the father is by, you can't come over, you can't see the kid, or different things like that. And you know, that happens though. It happens both ways. Yeah, it happens both ways.
But both of them happen though.
Definitely.
Didn't lie, because I've never. Would you?
So would you?
You can't get your child. Come on, get him.
So, what you mean? The man lied and said what?
So, I don't mind. You know, this last child of mine,
Okay.
This would be my ex-husband that lied. You know, he wants people to think that I'm just, I don't know, I'm just so mean. I don't want him to be a part of her life. When at this point she's 18,
Right.
she's had a some phone since she was 5. Just like the rest of the children. 5,
Right.
you get a
Right.
phone. I don't know what the issue is. You can contact her. Now I'm sure his bigger issue is he can't come to the graduation. Now go
Wait.
ahead, y'all. Just go ahead and chew me up.
Wait.
Yeah, go ahead. Chew
Is
me
that
up.
for real? Is that for real?
What? Oh, for
All right. So let me
I'm
say
dead
this.
serious.
Let me ask you this one more time because maybe I didn't hear you. So you're saying that you
It's
don't
6
have a
tickets to the
ticket for
graduation.
him?
It's 6 tickets to the graduation, and don't none of them say Kevin.
Okay. You don't think that he would feel a certain way about that?
I could care less.
Now I get that. And so what is the reason for that?
Because he reminds me of the Tyler Perry movie. You know, the father, oh, his son got shot. He don't want to show up. He
Yeah.
don't want to do this.
Yeah.
You don't show up for his other big moments. No other moments. But you want to show up for this big moment when he gets signed.
No, I understand that.
Well, then where were you at for her Sweet 16, her junior prom, any of these 4 high school years? Where were you? You were not here. You was not making phone calls. You just started this lately because you was like, oh, it's a photo op. He comes around for photo ops. That's what I call him. He's a photo op. He want to be able to take a picture. Like if I send him a picture of something like never been to a volleyball game, I send you a picture. How you gonna post it?
Oh, that happened? I understand this from all perspectives. Now
I don't.
I
You
wouldn't
never
do
gonna
it.
understand the absentee parent thinking that they are entitled just because you played a part in making the child.
No. But I'm saying like, okay, so and it's funny because after the show last week, I had this conversation with several people. Based on your topic last week. I love the topic last week, and it's been a carryover for this week, and I'm glad about that. All right, and so I understand where you coming from. I do, and I would do it different, but I understand. I can't fault you for that. Now, if it, I can't even say I can't even say if it was me, I would plead my case because I wouldn't be an absent parent. But I'm just saying, if okay, let's say it was me. Let's say that my child's mother was absent for whatever reason, or inconsistent, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And we at the graduation, we had the same exact point that you are with your youngest, right? And let's say that I only had 2 tickets. 2. One for me, one would be for her. And even if she's dating somebody else, I'm dating somebody else. Doesn't matter. To me, even if she wasn't present in the life as because she was the other person that created this life with me, I would want her to have the ticket if I only had 2.
Well,
So
that's because you're not a parent. So
and maybe, but I'm saying I have that energy. I've been super angry. I've been all of that. Like,
you haven't had the experience. Like,
not exactly true.
Like, I would share my message, but my daughter be private, so I don't. Really
No, you ain't gotta do that.
No, not her. Diamond sent me this message for Mother's Day.
Yeah,
because I've been a single parent. Yes, I was married for some years to this very person.
Yeah.
We were married. We got married 2003. So we were married for some years, and but for the most part, I've been a single parent. And when I say single, I don't mean I was not in a relationship with someone. I mean a single parent as far as the other parent not helping out.
Yeah.
And
Stay
she
there for
needs
1 second. Stay there for 1 second. I think that's another important distinction that you just made. A lot of people don't understand what that means. Like, women would say, I'm a single mother, or God's a single father. And I think that what you said is so important is the participation of the other parent, right?
right, because it has nothing to do with your relationship status.
Right.
So, I'm just saying, like, I was never the one to be like, listen, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm a hustler. I'm a go-getter. I'm gonna get it. I'm not gonna wait on it. If I mention it to you, then I mention it to you. But I promise I will not be like, well, can you get her this? Can you do this? When this man couldn't make it for her sweet 16, I said to him, he said, I don't have the money because child support froze my account. Well, you should have been paying. Like, I don't know what to tell you. And it's not just the case with me. He has a child after me. So I'm just like, I don't know this. So listen, I said, you buy your airfare here, I'll pay for your airfare home. He was like, oh, okay. So where am I gonna stay? Listen, you can sleep in her room for all I care. But show up for her. I was trying everything to make. Well, what am I drive? You can use my car. Like, I don't understand. If you need to go somewhere, you can use my car. But come and be here for her. None of that mattered. Right up until the day before her sweet 16 birthday party, I'm calling him and I'm like, you never told me what you was going to do. Like, what are you doing? I'm just not going to come because I need to be able to rent me a car, get me a hotel room. Is it about you having your own space or about you being here for your daughter? So then it changed to, well, I'm not going to come because I was calling trying to see her before I came back because he came in town for a funeral or something. And she didn't call him back or something. And I'm like, I talked to her. She sent me a screenshot. She replied to his text. So you lied, sir. You said she didn't reply, but I see it. Now, I'm not one of them people that wear my feelings on my sleeve, so somebody can disagree with me. But
but I mean, you gave context, and so with that context, it's not far fetched, and Sweet 16 was not that long ago. So yeah,
of course not.
Yeah,
and she was ready for that. So like now, like she didn't say like, no, I don't want him to come. She was like, I don't care. At one point, the other ticket was going to the boyfriend. So, or whatever. Now, I will send him the link that he can click the button and watch it.
Oh, so that's an option. That's good. He better be happy with that. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's if I send it to him. Because she could care less. I'm saying, like, this is a relationship for you to build because she's a teenager.
Yeah.
He could have been trying to rebuild. And I used to encourage, like, hey, like when his birthday passed, it was the day of his birthday. I said, did you tell your father happy birthday? She was like, no. So, I mean, what you want me to do? I'm tired of encouraging it. But he'll say, I text her, she didn't text me back. I call her, she won't call me back. She don't answer the phone. Is that my fault?
He probably looks at it like you influence her. That's the only thing he can tell himself. So yeah, he probably looks at it like it's your fault.
See, but that's my point when I say he be lying and making it seem like you don't even have to contact me. She's been had a phone.
A lot of fathers, and I see this a lot because I got a homeboy that does it. A lot of fathers just do it just to make it seem like they're trying, but they really not trying. I got a homeboy who will tell his daughter's mother he did so much reaching out, this, that, and the other. And like we was on the motorcycles together one day, and he swore her up and down. He just called it. I'm like, I ain't say nothing to him or to her. How the hell you talking? We was just riding from fucking Pennsylvania all the way to Washington D.C. So you know what I mean. A lot of parents, fathers, they just do it just to make it seem like they trying when they're not giving the effort. And in Monica's case, she just don't give a care. But some parents be really trying to push like, "Yo, be there for my child," but the father don't want to be there. He wanted what he wanted. He got what he wanted. The child came outside of that. He might not have wanted the child, or he might feel mad because you didn't left him, whatever the case may be. But that's just like a lot of guys do that as a spite or whatever you want to call it. I don't have the right word for it, but they ain't really interested in being in that child life. Because if they was, you wouldn't have to call the parent and try to verify anything. You wouldn't have to force a relationship because that child will openly call you if you openly communicating with that child.
Yeah.
Well, kids aren't dumb. They can sense and they know who, who cares and who doesn't, who's for real and who's not. You know what I mean?
Look, we was just laughing about this because my daughter used to be young. She go with her father for Thanksgiving. She had text me like, "Mom, make up like we got an emergency so my father can bring me back home." Like, what? Girl, no.
Just be like, yo, it was so simple for me. I just tell my father, like, yo, I ain't feeling this. I'm ready to go home. And he would take me home.
See? She wouldn't do it. She'd be like, "Ma, tell him that like it's a family emergency." I'm like, no, you speak things into existence when you say stuff like that. No.
Me and my father have a better relationship, and I'm way grown. But we had a better relationship when I became grown than when I was a kid.
Well, sometimes that's how it got to be.
Because once you come to adulthood as a child of a parent and you come into adulthood, you stop looking for certain shit. So I wasn't looking for a father anymore. I wasn't looking for someone to help me learn how to become a man, anything like that. I done figured this shit out on my own. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm just looking for someone to help me navigate life. And if I call for some advice, just give me the advice. I don't want to hear nothing extra. Give me the advice, shut the fuck up, hang up the phone, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying?
See, I have a better. Like for me and Diamond K, we kind of don't get this. Like our parents was together and still are together. You know what I'm saying? So I don't get like I get it, but I don't get it. I only get what I'm going through at the moment. Like I just don't. But I never really care what people think about me. But right at this point, I don't want anybody to look at it like, oh, she's just being selfish or she just being. No, even when one of the reasons that we even separated is because of the way that he treated the kids. Like I could think back to a day when I left my youngest daughter with him and I was gone. We was, of course, in the county and I went to my parents' house, but I left her there with him and he was acting like he couldn't do nothing. You gonna have to come get her. He in the basement with his friends playing cards, but he had like he couldn't do any. He had like she couldn't sit in his lap while he played cards. It was just too much for him. So you ain't want him to do with her when she was that little. Now, what you want me to do? You want me to force her, like, call him, talk to him. I always encouraged it. But then after she hit 16 and you disappointed her and not showing up to her sweet 16, I do not. When you moved out of the state, that was your decision. You didn't have a talk with your daughter. I'm not saying you didn't have to talk to me, but you should have talked to her and let her know you was even born. It's just so much. I don't know. It's a whole backstory. He did remarry. My daughter meets his new wife on FaceTime.
That's all the wrong shit.
Like, you messed up the relationship. Just don't try to make it seem like it was me. Because I mean, honestly, I really don't care. And tell me a teacher name. I dare you. Give me one name and I'll give you a ticket. Give me one name and it be right, and you can get the ticket to the graduation. He don't have it. There's no way for him to have it. I saw a friend of mine. He made a post saying, "How you gonna try to make me pay for a ticket to my child graduation?" I know he talking about his child's mother. Our two situations are totally different. She's bitter. I'm not. I feel like I'm in Florida where he live at. I'm standing my ground, sir. You've been absent all this time. Stay absent. Here's the link to watch it on your computer, on your phone. At least that's an option. Because it could be you don't get to see anything. So now you can lie and tell people, I couldn't make it to Baltimore, but I was still able to see her online. Because I can only imagine the lies that he tells. Reference to me, because he try to make it seem like to her that I was like keeping her from him. And that was never the case. I welcome you to come get your child. I mean, I could tell you that now, but she probably ain't gonna go. She gonna go hop in her car and go about her business. I'm just saying. It's the kind of thing that happens. But y'all, we've been talking. Somebody that wanted to tune in. I guess if they can make it next week, they can. Because I'm not reading that message, but they can tune in. There was some insight on the child support part. I just encourage all mothers and fathers to be a part of their child's life. Not all the time do mom get custody. Sometimes dad has custody. And dad can be, as well. I will not share my friend's story, but when I talked to her and she wasn't able to attend her child's graduation, I really felt bad for her because her situation is nothing like what mine is. And she was getting her daughter every other week. So I don't know why she didn't get that invite or that ticket, but my heart was hurt for her. Like, that's really messed up.
Dad still wanting. She don't want dad. So this is the price she's gonna have to pay.
No, dad has married, and dad is just a bitch.
That don't mean he still don't want her.
I don't think that's what it is. I think he just liked to hurt her. That's what I really believe.
That's sad.
Yeah, because they don't live in Baltimore either. So, yeah, I don't think that's what it is. I think he just wants to hurt her.
I ain't trying to hurt neither one of my kids' mothers. Like, anyway, I ain't that spiteful.
Listen, I'm not even about to believe that this guy gonna be hurt because he can't attend the graduation. Because you ain't been there for nothing else.
Oh no, I know.
You know what I'm saying? It's just another day. You can go ahead and play Facebook and
that's just a relevance conversation.
Yeah, he can fake for whoever, but
I know it's just a relevance conversation.
And my daughter knows the truth, so it is what it is. But yes, on Saturday, my baby will officially be a high school graduate. Yes, we will be done with school. Oh, I'm sorry. She will be done. Yes, this is we did it. Okay? That's what this is. So, with that being said, we're going to wrap it up here. Tony, a little frozen. If you have any suggested topics or you would like to be a co-host, shoot me an email at theswapradioshow@gmail.com, or you can inbox one of the pages, Swap Radio on everything. IG, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter. Hit me up. Let me know whether you would like to be a guest, whatever. If you've missed the episode, you can just, log on to onfire-tv.com. Look for shows. Swap Radio. That'll be us. I'll give other updates once I get it all together. But real quick, follow me, Monica WLS and the number 2 on TikTok and Instagram. What else, Tony? I can't think of anything. I don't know if Tony's still with us because he was freezing.
Yeah, I'm here.
There he is. Go ahead, Tony. What's that following again?
Tony Berger on all social media platforms.
All right, y'all. Listen, I just want just a little bit of advice. If your friends post something and they're out and they're drinking and they throwing them back, they dancing, please don't comment. No invite. Because in the nicest way, fuck them. If they wanted you there, they would have told you. You would have been there. Period. If you invited somebody somewhere, they didn't show up. Fuck them. Because if they wanted to be there, they was going to be there. I know at first it was a couple people that was on my birthday list that didn't show up. They didn't even reach out or anything. But they, I'm coming, which means I accounted for them. Whether it be food or a chair, a table, the plate, the napkin, I'm not asking the motherfucker soul why you ain't show up. Because as my mother would say, the people that were supposed to be there was there. And honestly, at a certain point, I didn't know who was there. Because my brothers with them double shots of Patron, I had a ball. So if you was there, we had fun. If you wasn't there, I had fun and I slept good that night. And I sleep good every night. So I do appreciate the ones that did reach out. Like, I'm so sorry this came up or whatever the case may be. But I'm not going to ask you why you didn't come. But you let me know when you know you're wrong. When you don't like my stuff no more. You don't comment on stuff. You let me know that you was wrong. You're like, yeah, I was wrong. I probably should have. But girl or boy, I don't care. Nope. I do not. I feel like having another party. I had so much fun at that party. Maybe it'll be another all-white party. If this smoke, now real quick, we did all the following information. I done gave a little bit of advice. Are y'all wearing N95 masks? No. So you're not aware of the pollution outside?
It's pollution every day, B.
Yeah, but it's worse. It's worse now, B. It's worse now, B. Yesterday the level was like 1 something, and then today it was 372.
That's scare tactics. Bro, we live in Baltimore. And if you don't know what Baltimore is the industrial hub of the East Coast. I don't think our air can get any worse than what the freak it is, especially if you on the east side of Baltimore, Dundalk, Essex, or anywhere over there. Tell me when it's a day that you got fresh air anywhere on the east side of Baltimore City, Baltimore County. It always smells like shit and dog grits over there.
So, I brought it up because I've been fine.
I've been fine, and I got asthma.
Okay. So today, when I came home, I did a double yesterday. But when I came home, I wasn't even paying attention. I had my windows cracked. I'm jamming. I got a headache. This morning, I had a really bad headache. My nose, my sinuses is a mess. My daughter went and got herself a COVID test yesterday because she thought she had COVID. Because the outside air is like, bothering her. So, I don't know. I just want everybody to be safe. That's why I asked was y'all wearing masks. That's it. Just want everybody to be safe. So, with that being said, keep your pump in your pocket, your asthma pump. Get yourself a mask. I don't care if it's N95 or not. Get a mask. And I am back to wearing a mask. Next week, you guys will not see me with this hat on. And my little bush ball. Like I said, I was running around for tomorrow. So my daughter is not looking at this. But I'm going to make this. Y'all see that? You see that's $100 around there, right? So I have to make that somehow between tomorrow, which I have a double, but I'm doing this, and the graduation is at 10. So I ordered 2 dozens of roses, and I went to the bank and got some money, so I got hundreds to put around. I'm gonna put one around each rose. Yeah, not that she needed, but that's what I want to give her. Get what you want. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Other kids might be mad because I ain't do that for them. But that's a lot of money. She might give me some back because that's just how she is. But anyway, I want everybody to be safe in this, with all this pollution in the air. It's a little worse. I don't care what Tony said. Scared. Everybody's a scare tactic. Somebody said it was a conspiracy theory. Oh, it's something more going on. They just not telling us. Oh, it's the end of the world. Yeah, well, somebody's end of the world was this morning, and their family is planning a funeral. Be thankful for the time that you still have on earth, and move wisely and move safe, and stay away from the people with them Virginia tags. Stay away from everybody with Virginia tags. More than likely, they don't have insurance. Yeah. So with that being said, you guys walk by faith, not by sight.
Looking for food that feeds your soul? Hoodfellas Bistro and Catering is your local African-American owned restaurant offering American cuisine. Located across from the courthouse, we offer daily jury specials to reward civic duty. Enjoy our full-service restaurant and fully stocked bar. Dine in, pick up, delivery, and catering. Our themed happy hours feature live music, handcrafted drinks, and weekly specials. Book your private event at hoodfellowsbistrocatering.com.
Thank you for tuning in to On Fire TV. We are a 24-hour independent news and entertainment channel. We produce original movies, documentaries, reality-based shows, and podcasts. On Fire TV is made possible because of viewer and listener support. Go to onfire-tv.com to become an On Fire Plus member. Your dollars and your support have kept us going, and we are just getting started.